Okay, y'all come in. Excuse me, hit that like, hit the share button. I just want to share some news about the UAW strike that's going on, how artificial intelligence is about to take over these warehouse jobs that humans once held, and why more than ever you're going to see this financial system reset, and why you need to prepare and convert your cash. You all convert your cash into things that have universal value, right? Universal value. Give me a second. Let me get this link up. While I'm doing this and finding this link, again, hit support the channel, right? Share this video and like it, as that supports YouTube algorithm and will prompt other people to watch the video as well, watch this video and live stream as well. Two reports. Also, tell me what part of the world that you are tuning in from, or just do like Darren Coleman. Just come in and say thank you. That's how Jesus wanted when he healed the people that suffer with the lepers, right? Only one came back and said thank you. Sometimes just a thank you is enough because it does take my time and my research to bring this news from you. Hello, Young Wealth from the UK. So please do give me any insight of what's going on in the UK as we have Florida checking in as well. Oh, I heard property taxes in Florida just skyrocketing, where people can barely afford to live there just due to the property taxes. So let me know how the economy is doing in Florida as well. So everyone come in again, drop your city and state. Just let me know what part of the world you are tuning in from. I love to know from UK to Florida to what other part did I see up there? Um, yes, yeah, property taxes in Florida from the UK to Florida is tuning in. So we talked about artificial intelligence, about this new currency system switch that's about to flip, and now we have the Ford layoffs scheduled for 1,600 staff at the Louisville assembly plant. If you've been keeping up with this news of what's going on, you know that the UAW have been striking on behalf of automobile workers, right? On behalf of Ford. And now layoffs are happening astronomically. I felt like, and I have been telling you all that we will see layoffs happen because, hey, they can get in artificial intelligence. You can see that robots will not get tired. They will not demand higher wages. And I felt like that the people that were striking along with the US UAW was setting themselves up for their own demise and they didn't know it. Right. They're writing their own layoff, and they did not know it. So this is the end of a 41-day strike, and Ford is laying off approximately 1,600 employees at the Louisville assembly plant. And these layoffs are, or they're saying that it's because of parts related issues and will continue throughout November. So this is just the beginning. Now, this plant employs about 300 and 400, 3,000, I'm sorry, 3,483 workers. So it's responsible for production of vehicles like the Ford Escape and the Lincoln Corsair, I believe. So this layoff will impact people beginning November the 6th. That's 2 days from now. And again on November the 13th. Also the weeks of November 20th and 27th, that this entire assembly line will be laid off and are fired. So the Ford proposed in October for a 2-week unpaid personal leave through the UAW, right? Members at the Louisville Assembly. This was a tentative agreement that was supposed to be reached on October the 25th. However, that would end their strike, but the Louisville Assembly was exempt from that negotiation or from that action taking place. So I knew that the UAW was not in favor of these people, right? I knew that this was just the beginning to come in and bring in artificial intelligence. Right, Young Wealth, you are absolutely right. Right, that's why you are in AI and cryptos. And I tell people, also look at your retirement. Look at your retirement. There's people that doing C19 lost thousands in their retirement, where you have to get out of this system as it is crashing, as cash has lost 98% of its purchasing power since 1971, and convert your cash into universal technology and digital currency like cryptos, like artificial intelligence, like commodities specific. Dave Ramsey set up a lot of the middle class by educating them and telling them, I won't say educating them, but telling them that gold was just a commodity, was not real money. And I've always asked you all to question that if gold was not real money, then why do federal banks, why are they continue to accumulate it? Why is China and Russia, why are they accumulating, dropping, cashing out on American bonds and accumulating more gold if it's not money? If it's not money, why do we see, again, Federal Reserve banks accumulating more and more gold if it's not money? Pensions would be a thing of the past. I agree. 401ks have always, after 1933 depression, right? Wall Street needed a way to get people to trust the stock market again after it destroyed millions of Americans' wealth and the crashing of the stock market. And thus they created 401ks. Now, gold prices are surging on Middle East tensions. So if gold is not real money, but a commodity, as Dave Ramsey teaches the middle class, then why is gold above now $2,000 an ounce? And why is Costco? Why was Costco selling gold? For the first time since May, gold spot price jumped above $2,000, right? $2,000. So as this fake fiat currency economy is going down, like Muhammad Ali would say, down goes Frazier, down goes cash. Now you see real money, real money. This is what Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, that teaches you about real money, real wealth, real assets. Teaches he calls this Grimson's law. When fake money is driven out, real money will come in the system, right? Real money will come in the systems. And you all, this is about converting your cash for your future, protecting your 401k, protecting, and people, I want you to just think about this. 1/3 of your paycheck goes in from your paycheck that you work for, automatically goes into taxes. You're taxed on the money that you make throughout the year, and then you're taxed again when you have to file taxes on the money that you're already taxed on. And this is why I tell people to go to millimoves.com, go to their website, and see how you can legally, morally, and ethically shift that money right back to you. Shift that money right back to you instead of shifting it to the Federal Reserve System. Legally, morally, and ethically, learn the laws, learn to play the game the right way, right? How the rich and wealthy people play. So when you go to millimoves.com, I want you to click right here on the tab that says want an instant pay raise on your next paycheck, right? So you can see how this works. Also, go to Stacking Silver to Make You a Millionaire. Those two in particular, I want you to go to millimoves.com and go to those two in particular so that you can understand right now how to have a universal plan. Some money that is accepted universally, crypto that is accepted universally. I would not just have all my eggs in one basket. I would definitely have some tangible, physical silver and gold, because you don't know when the crypto system, the technology system, could not be working, when they can control it that way. I will not have everything in technology based or that's at the click of pushing a button or the push of a button that they could stop you from transitioning and making transactions through crypto and technology. As we see, Bitcoin is almost approaching that $35,000 mark, and you also have Solana up 6%. IMX, everything is in the green right now. People, this is what you're going to see as the fiat currency system crash goes down. You're going to see the new world cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence system continue to rise up, and gold and silver. I also educate about silver because it is under $40 an ounce. Everybody should be able to afford silver. Everyone should be able to afford silver on a monthly and weekly basis. The shortage of silver will drive the prices to new all time high, right? And the most undervalued asset in the world, put it up because some, people have to see things in order to believe it. All you have to do is Google this. The most undervalued asset in the world is silver, and behind silver, it is copper. The most undervalued asset in the world in a generation. Now is the time to buy in the world. Also, other things that come up. Why is Robert Kiyosaki again the author of the best-selling book on financial literacy and education, buying silver because it's a better bargain, again, under $40 an ounce, and it's a long-term investment than gold because everyone can afford it. Besides silver, he also recommends gold and Bitcoin, right? And I'm not your financial advisor or financial fiduciary, but at $30,000 a Bitcoin right now, if you didn't get in early, there's not a lot of meat left on the bone to inflate your cash if converted into crypto. I mean, Bitcoin, that is a rich and wealthy man's play right now at almost $35,000. But a lot of these, we know that Bitcoin rises the tides of our ships. And a lot of these alternative altcoins will definitely inflate your dollar and help protect you against the greatest financial reset of all times. But I would not have all my eggs in one basket. I definitely would not, right, have everything in technology based or on my phone. And I definitely would not store um, gold and silver in my home, right? Definitely would not do that. I just keep these two coin pieces up for educational purposes only. Also, this book, Silver, the most undervalued asset in the world, find out why now is the time to buy. And this was written in 2007. No, it was not written in 2007. It was written in 2015. But it says, find out why now is the time to buy. In 2007, when there was a shortage of rhodium, it went to $10,000 an ounce. It is now around $1,000 an ounce. There is a shortage brewing in the silver market. It's just a matter of time. I have been buying and investing in silver for more than 40 years since I was a kid. There are people out there that will take advantage of you. Learn how to avoid these pitfalls. And it also says, do you know you can convert your 401k or IRA into a gold or silver IRA? And why and how you buy physical silver, calculate the current value, and the different storage solutions for having silver as well, right? And so, people, the shortage, we know that to get capital gains on your fiat currency, also known as cash, it's all about supply and demand, people, right? This is why any cryptocurrency that I look at these financial essentials, right? Does they have a burning mechanism like Bitcoin, meaning that as Bitcoin will have its halving, will the supply be cut in half? And the Bitcoin halving is next year, the first quarter, April of 2024. So when this halving happens traditionally, What happens is after about a year of any Bitcoin schedule halving that happens after every 4 years, the price of Bitcoin doubles, right? Approximately a year time. And we know Bitcoin was created after the 2008 recession. And this is why it was created to have people to put their money into things that would be recession proof and no third party will be able to control it, meaning no banks, no government, as banks are failing as well. Banks are crashing as well. People, this is the calm before the storm. This is the calmness before the chaos. As we're looking at November the 17th to see will the government have a government shutdown. I also want you all to check out my live stream earlier that gives you the date of November the 19th for the ISO 20022 SWIFT system. Check that video is out as well. So this is just a quick update. You all enjoy the remaining of your day, but people prepare for the greatest wealth transfer of all times. And in the words of Charles Dickens, this will be the best of time for some and the worst of time for others. I want you to utilize your knowledge, your common sense. Unfortunately, some people are saying or doing things like, I'll wait on Jesus, right? Jesus cannot intervene in earth affairs without a human vessel. That's his law he implemented, not my law. And there's nowhere in the Bible that talks about a rapture. Nowhere. In fact, the word rapture is not even mentioned in the Bible. A lot of people have First Thessalonians 4 confused with the rapture, and that's not what that's talking about. It does not. In fact, Revelation says that it'll be a new heaven and a new earth. And so you can use the God-given wisdom that he's provided for you and make logical decisions, or you can use an excuse. It's your decision, your choice. But people, World War III is coming, and the greatest wealth transfer, along with the greatest poverty transition, is happening simultaneously at the same time. What part of the equation that you will be on will depend on the moves. If you're playing chess and not checkers, the moves and the decisions that you are making. Let me read this last comment. And we are losing a lot of companies in Florida, insurance company, healthcare, storage facilities, etc., where they are not matching what we had in our 401k, even after being vested. Financial loss. Wow, I hate to hear. And then as we have immigrants coming in at record numbers, and the mayor of Chicago is asking for financial support, saying that Chicago cannot afford these immigrants. They can't afford to feed them. They can't afford to house them. And you have these food banks that's supported them and providing them food, saying that now they have a shortage of food, what would normally go to the American people, and that they cannot afford to continue to provide food for these immigrants coming in. It makes you wonder. And then the question is also, will the Simpson prediction of Joe Biden impeachment come to pass, where we will see Kamala Harris as presidency? We know that the Simpsons have always been on point with their predictions. In fact, the Simpsons also predicted World War III would happen. See, the only way the only way the United States can get out of this debt is through war. That's the only way, you all. It has to be a war that takes place. As President Biden is asking for, I think the number has increased to 400 billion, and Treasury Secretary of State Janet Yellen says, yes, the United States has enough money to fund two wars at $33 trillion in debt. There's no way. So they have to reset this debt clock. They're going to have to file the bankruptcy. And they're going to have to get out of this old system of 33 trillion and bring in a new system. As we see, the dollar supply is in the negative now, right? The dollar to silver ratio has been reset to zero. The dollar to gold ratio has been reset to zero. Why? Because we don't know what the new all-time high is going to be for silver and gold, because constitutionally, God's money, silver and gold, has to be used when this debt system is reset. So we don't know what these prices are going to recalculate to once this system is reset. And again, will this be the perfect storm, November the 17th, shutting down the government so that they can have time to bring in ISO 20, the new SWIFT system for November, right? Let me see if I can pull it up. November the 19th. In fact, on the Swift website, and if I can't put it up on this live stream, again, you all, I did a live stream earlier today about the November the 19th date and the standard release, okay, that are scheduled. Yes, here it is. And the last date that they have listed for a last implementation of the system is November the 19th. Now, isn't this coincidental that it's in alignment and lines up? Let me see if I can enlarge this for you all. Right along that the government shutdown is rescheduled because, again, they're going to need time to reset and flip the switch. They're going to need some things shut down. Just like during C-19, things shut down then, right? And so, with this being said, the last update standard, this is starting with July of 2022, where change requests were made. They have it set by the date, and the last date listed, the standard release will go live November the 19th, 2023. November the 19th. And I'm not just talking about monetary preparation. You will need that, right? As food prices are skyrocketing. Gas prices is taking a small reset right now, but we know they're going to go up. What goes up must come down, and it's going to go up again. But as this financial reset is taking place, right, um, as we're going to experience hyperinflation, are you putting your money into investments that's going to grow at a pace that's going to outpace hyperinflation as this happens? Do you have food? And I don't even think I'm prepared enough because we've never seen this before. I don't even think, in fact, the 1933 Great Depression was about transitioning from physical gold, real money, what people knew what real money was, as the government confiscated people's money in 1933. If you didn't give up the gold, you either had 10 years in prison or jail time and or a $10,000 fine. So they confiscated people gold, relocated the wealth, and they moved to a fiat currency system. 10 years later, 1944, then the United States became the global reserve currency. And other countries said, we will not continue to allow the United States dollar that is not supported, that's not backed by real money, because cash money used to say gold and silver certificate written on there. This is the financial education that most people don't have. Most people have worked all of their lives, and this is why I want you all to go to milliemoves.com. They have worked all of their lives and never held real money in their hand. This is the problem that Venezuela would have had, and that's why Venezuela right now is bankrupt. They were printing too much fake currency, supply and demand. The more you have in supply, the least that is worth. And this is what real money looked like. Gold certificate was on paper money, which means this is a 1928 gold dollar certificate note. It is worth now $299. Is right at $300 if you want to purchase it. But it was worth $10 worth of gold then. But this is what money used to look like because it had to be backed by a commodity. And then the United States said, okay, we're not going to back up our gold because these other countries will want to bring our dollars back, and we need to keep the gold. I don't even know how much gold the United States have. It's said that Fort Knott, they're not protecting anything. It's just a dog and pony show there. and that other countries have way more gold in their possessions and reserve than the United States. So the United States said we gotta have something. So that's when they took over Saudi Arabia and said, we're going to now call it the petrodollar. It always has to be backed by a commodity, you all. Always. And now the petrodollar, as Saudi Arabia has joined the BRICS nation. Um, I don't know what the Madura diet is, and I don't know why that's important. I don't. What is that? A new way of eating because grocery prices are going to increase. Traders must start farming. Yep, you have to start farming, but you have to have the be able to afford farming because a lot of farmers right now are going bankrupt. And then the weather is causing a lot of farmers to not have the crops as well as they would normally have. It takes a lot of money to farm. And so now that it is more expensive to borrow from banks, the upkeep of equipment, and it also takes the knowledge to farm, right? And you don't have control of the weather, as we're already seeing snow in Chicago and other places, wildfires in California, and astronomical heat in other places that killed so many cattle this year. So that's a great suggestion, but when you really look at it more in depth, you know that that's more expensive and it takes more of the perfect weather conditions to make that happen. But if you can just have a small amount of food, right, and some type of greenhouse or something, that's better than having nothing. However, also keep in mind if you have a small amount of food that's growing in greenhouse, you're going to have a large amount of protection because other people are going to come and try to steal your food away from you, especially if they cannot afford it at the grocery store and they are hungry. So now you also have to have Bitcoin and bullets. Yeah, you're going to have that ammo for protection. Even if you do it right on in your backyard, you better have protection for it. Because if the rabbits don't eat it, human beings will. If the deers don't come eat it, human beings will. So you better have protection and you better have security. And all of that takes money. As the Bible says, money answered all things. All of that takes money. All of it takes money. Mm. The Madura diet, eating pets. Yeah, dear Lord. Well, people eat animal now. They eat deer. They eat you know, possum, rabbits, chickens. I hope they could eat animals and not pets, I guess. But that's it. Also, you all, Social Security is having cuts as well. And yeah, President Biden is now asking for 400, I think, and 5 billion. Also, deposit in United States banks. I told you all that ISO 20022 live will happen November 19th. Multiple U.S. banks warn deposits may be temporarily delayed, right? Customer experience temporary delays in deposit hitting their accounts due to industry-wide technical glitching. This is why I've been telling you all that you just don't want to have all of your money in crypto, all through technology, because when you have those technical glitches, right, it's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. So, stack up on now, get those big bags of rice, get as much water stacked and stored as you can, preferably in gas bottles. You can live rice right, and people, it's going to come to a time where the inexpensive food, rice, tuna, and all that is going to be expensive as well. So prepare, position yourself, inflate your cash, get out of that cash system that's about to be trash anyway, right? And convert it into real world wealth, into this new world economic system, and to tangible physical silver and gold. Because people, when cash is not accepted for food, they will accept silver and gold. And I would prefer to exchange silver for food at $40 an ounce than a 1 ounce coin of gold that cost me over 2,000 or right at $2,000 an ounce. So go to millermoves.com, you all. Also, cash in the letter N to crypto. Get my $21 PDF 46-page booklet that lets you know about the blue chip cryptos, the mid cap, and the small cap cryptos as well. Pay close attention. This is a 46-page booklet, but pay close attention to page 42. Those mid cap cryptos on page 42 are pumping right now, even as we speak. And so, again, let me put that up, and I'm about to log off. And don't be a person that's just complaining and that's so intelligent. You know everything that may be coming. You have these theories of this is where we're going to, and you're not doing anything to prepare. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that can tell others what to do and you're not doing it. Don't be that person that says, "Hey, I see what's happening. I see where we're headed," and you're not doing anything to prepare. You don't have gold. You don't have silver. You don't have coins. You don't have crypto. You don't even have credit. You have a low credit score. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that tell others what to do and you don't do it. And you're the one that's going to be struggling because maybe somebody took your advice and acted on it, but because you did not act, now you're struggling financially when the storm is coming because winter is coming. So prepare to the best of your ability. All right, you all, cash into crypto, millermoves.com. Visit both of those websites. Let's get your education up. Hit that like and share button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. And right next to subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Make sure that it says all so you will receive all of my notifications when I live stream about the greatest reset of all time. You all have a great rest of your day.